Yeah, we're about 1 minute from whistle of game 2 of day 3 of Flat Track Fever. This will be Team Ontario Roller Derby taking on the Redneck Betties. Who do we got skating for the Redneck Betties there, Chevy? Redneck Betties will be wearing black and blue this day.
We have number 002, Panic, number 119, Mako Rose, number 13, Nadia, number 180, April Sowers, number 3, Intimidator, number 30, Rip, number 314, Bazinga, number 333, Snap, number 40, Punchy, number 44, Hawa, number 476, Bellicose Blonde, number 576, Miss Kuzi, number 69, Terrorizer, number 7, Bones, and number 8, Scream Soda.
Yeah, wearing white for Team Ontario, we got 042, Writer's Block, 10, Valkyrie, 100, Beef Papa, 1000, Kilohertz, 1070, Pyromagniac, 12, Stevie Stitches, who just played in the last game, 1223, Daisy Tripper, 20, Hayden McRath, 256, Zweck, 27, Saul Good, 31, Halloween, Season of the Witch, 505, Sorry Not Sorry, 7, Redheaded for Trouble, 8, V, and 9-2, Code Blue. So talk louder. Speak up, Chevy. Speak up. I'm her dad. I'm not supposed to be nice. That's how you raise tough roller derby girls.
Bold words coming from someone who I can hit really easily.
I did buy you fries.
And you're my dad. It's your job.
I do believe that was Beef Papa now going to be starting on the jam for Team Ontario. That jam line sponsored by Full Mobility Chiropractic. Our scoreboard is sponsored by Roller Derby Level Up. It's for training for roller derby with Rotten Brodden. And that penalty box is sponsored by WFTDI for all your roller derby insurance needs. Our ref crew's in place and ready. NSOs are almost ready, looks like. April Sowers will be jamming for the Betties. Jam has started. Beef Papa's pushing their way through. Both jammers looking to get away, get around. And April does find a hole on that inside. It's a forearm penalty there on Snap. And Bell's coming through, making up some space for April. And Beef Pop able to sneak through behind April. Beef Papa chased down. April finishes their first scoring pass. Beef Papa their second. April has put enough space. Calls that off. Was able to sneak in 3 more points before they called that jam off. Able to close that up a little bit. We got Valkyrie now jamming for Team Ontario. I think that is Bazinga actually jamming for the Betties. It is Bazinga. Valkyrie able to get through on the inside seam there on the apex there. Looks like another Ontario blockers heading to the box. Valkyrie has control of this jam with 4 points so far and lead jam. Valkyrie getting commands from the bench. Keep going. It's like the Ontario blocker Peyton McRath has taken a penalty there for failure to reform. Intimidator's heading the box as well. Oh, look at that. And so is Bazinga. That puts Valkyrie on what?
A power jam.
Takes advantage of that no back call. Puts them up 16 now. Lots of penalties early in this jam. Valkyrie needs 9 more points to match D-Ray's 28 from earlier today. Oh, rip with a solid catch. Catches Valkyrie. And gives Valkyrie 3 more. Puts him at 23 for that jam. Oh, looks like the Betties are going to call for an official review. You know what that means, Chevy. Run, run.
They are looking for a head block on one of the skaters.
Each team gets 1 official review per half, but should they win their first official review, they do retain it and get a second official review. And on occasion, you will see a team use their official review as an additional timeout, as you only get 3 timeouts for the game. I don't see additional Ontario player going to the box, so I'm assuming they lost that review. This will be Kilohertz. Now jamming against Scream Soda. Kilohertz finds that hole on the inside. Able to secure lead jam status. Fix a little bit of that owl pad. Oh, and Zweck's going off for a forearm penalty. Oh, Kilohertz gets through. Bones tried to throw a little bit of hit there, but couldn't knock them out. Zweck will be starting this jam in the box for Team Ontario. V8's going to be jamming up against April Sowers. April should be used to a jammer in the same style as V. If you watch V8, they skate quite a bit like Projectile. Excellent track awareness there by April. Knowing that even though Hayden McGrath knocked them out, they only had to get behind them. They didn't have to go behind Redneck for trouble. V8's now taking the cover off. Bell able to knock V8 out. Cycling V8 back. But now April's getting cycled back now by Hayden McGrath. So we do have a star pass there. Daisy Tripper's now taking the star for Ontario. V's now going to be switching to defense. Pushes April out, but April calls off that jam. High fives all around. All that work for a total of 7 points. 8 points. Oh, one more. This will be Bazinga now jamming again, this time against Stevie Stitches. Stevie Stitches gets through the pack, gets lead jam status. Oh, Cold Blue's going for a high block. Bazinga there, knocked out. Was unsure if they should cycle back, but did anyways, just to be sure. You don't want to take an unnecessary penalty. There's a directional penalty call on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Stevie knocked out by Terrorizer. Off to call that jam as opposed to continuing it. Don't want to cycle back if you don't have to. Beef Papa now out again. It's time to be jamming up against Scream Soda. We got an official timeout. Once in a while, the officials need to call a timeout, make sure everyone's in position before we can start this jam again. And Scream Soda's out quickly to lead jam status. That's Levesti. Or Nadia. They're trying their best to hold up. Scream Soda emphatically trying to call that off. Was able to score 4. Beef Papa got 2. April Sowers and Valkyrie, former Team Canada teammates, starting out of position. And Valkyrie up fast and through. Valkyrie on a scoring pass, but held solid there by Terrorizer, Snap, and Bell. And Bell gives one quick little hop there right near the end. April almost got through, but got knocked out by Pyromaniac. April took the cover off. Opted to play a little D. Couldn't quite knock Valkyrie out. Was looking for the star pass, but also looking to fake it, so. And they do successfully pass that off to Bell. And Bell with a sweet little move there. Getting around the pivot there, that would be Pyromaniac. April able to stop Valkyrie. Wasn't able to knock them out, but able to hold them. Valkyrie able to score 20 points on that jam. Puts them up 67-31. Kilohertz now going to be jamming against Miss Kuzi. And Kilohertz is able to get through. Skiers lead jam. Miss Kuzi gets through as well. Kilohertz fighting that pack. Is able to score a couple. And opts to call it off before Miss Kuzi can get in there and score any. So this is now Stevie Stitches. Stevie playing in back-to-back games as they played into the Toronto game earlier. Who need breaks in Derby? There's a chance Stevie will also be playing in the last game today for Toronto. up against the Reservoir Dogs at the end of the day. Nadia there. Oh, thought about trying to stop them, but can't. Scream Soda trying to push their way through. A jam gets called. Scream put up 4, kept Ontario to 0. That's a win. April Sour's going to be going up against Beef Papa now. Oh, how many points does Team Ontario have, Chev?
69.
Nice. Beef Papa breaks through. Scares that lead jam status. Beef Papa scores 4. April Sowers asks for 1, gets 2. We're going to score 73 to 37. Only 36 points separating these two teams. Valkyrie now going up against Scream Soda. Valkyrie comes through on the outside, little hop over and gets lead jam. A little bit of a head fake, gets through. Scream Soda still fighting their way. Valkyrie's called on a cut. That means 2 things. What does the first thing mean, Chev?
Power jam.
What's the second thing?
2-minute jam.
We are skating for the full 2 minutes. The skaters love skating for the full 2 minutes. And Terralizer's now going to take a penalty. So, and now Scream Soda's going for a cut. That will release Valkyrie from the box. Valkyrie opting to take the long way around to the... get behind the pack. Finds a hole and gets through on the inside. And 10 seconds left in this jam. Scream Soda, I believe, is still on their initial pass. Oh, no, they were on a scoring pass. So in case you were wondering, that penalty that happened with Terralizer and Scream Soda is Scream Soda was piggybacking on Terralizer out of play. And you cannot make contact with skaters out of play. So Terralizer took a penalty for basically giving Scream Soda a whip. You still have to be within the engagement zone in order to perform a whip. Kilohertz breaks through and scores lead jam status. What's a Snap's first jam of the day? Oh, looks like they took a high block. And And it looks like they are also taking a... Looks like they're arguing the call and took an insubordination as well. Let me just check and confirm that. Snap will be starting this jam in the box. Stevie Stitches able to take advantage of that with the power jam start. Stevie opening up this lead for Ontario. Now at 54 points. Stevie looking to get through. There we go. Snap able to take that cover off and sneak through the pack. And Stevie calls that off before Snap has a chance to get around and score any points. They were able to put up 11 on that jam. Puts them over the century mark, 101-40. Beef Papa now. I do believe that is Kuzi jamming for Betties. Both jammers get through. D-Ray yelling at Papa, giving him the instruction. Beef Papa thought they had Kuzi lined up. Bones there, cycling Papa back. And Kuzi gets through. We've got a score now of 109-48. Each jammer scored 8 on that jam. We got Bellicose Blonde jamming for the first time today up against Valkyrie. And Valkyrie gets through on the inside. Just able to get past Nadia. Nadia coming in and breaking up Ryder's block and Zweck. Fighting to try and get their way through. And Valkyrie able to get through. Takes April Sowers out unintentionally. Just through a missed hit. Bell fighting on that pack to try and get through. Solid work there by Pyromaniac, Ryder's block, and Zweck. Also cold blue in there as well. They were able to successfully pass that star off, so April Sowers now has the star. And then April's now taking a back block penalty with the star in hand. Letting Valkyrie know they are on a power jam. Valkyrie opening up this lead. Valkyrie scores it a couple more. Calls off that jam. Oh, looks like the Betties have called a timeout. Vic Vega is going to take that opportunity to just talk to the refs. Maybe he has a question. We've got just under 6 minutes left in this half. $79 points separating these two teams. Kilohertz jamming for Ontario. April starting this jam in the box. But because they started this jam in the box, they were able to secure lead jam status. What's up, Phil? April looks to Vic. Looking for some instruction on what to do. Vic says keep going. So April will keep going. Looks like we have a star pass now, so Sorry Not Sorry is now the jammer for Ontario. Vic says keep going. April says I'm going to call it. Oh, Phil didn't tell you to try out for Team Canada? Probably just assumes you are. Sorry Not Sorry starting this jam in the box. Miss Kuzi starting for Swift Current. Or Southwest Saskatchewan, not Swift Current. Zwick wanting to come to the outside. Was trying to go outside the intervener. And Kuzi secures lead jam status. Sorry Not Sorry comes out of the box. takes that star off in case they want to opt to pass it there to Pyromagniac. Bones trying to cycle Sari back. Does take a penalty on that one. That was a forearm call there on Bones. Oh, we got an official timeout. Thank you again to our officials and NSOs this whole weekend, volunteering their time to come and skate with us, keeping our skaters safe and keeping those scoreboards and everything on track. Thank you again to Full Mobility Chiropractic for sponsoring that jam line. WFTI Insurance for WFTI for sponsoring the penalty box that we are making use of quite often. And the scoreboard announcement sponsored by Roller Derby Level Up. We still got some vendors there. Calgary Roller Derby's there right now. Go visit Brass Monkey and you can order your roller derby gear for Calgary Roller Derby. They got some sweet got your back hoodies that you can order and assorted other gear. Or I think they're shirts. We'll go look at it at halftime, Chev. Calgary Junior Roller Derby also has a booth there. Mile Lab is here. You can get a 15 or 10-minute massage for $15. You can also scan a QR code and reserve and save 10% off a treatment. And then you could go visit Projectile for all your skate needs there at Nerd in the Corner. Mile Lab will be here till 6 o'clock today. I was also talking with the concessions earlier. The Hot Grill will be closing at around 4:30-ish. Deep Fryer will be open till about 4:45, and they will be closed for good at 5. They had to close a little bit early yesterday because of short staff.
So we can get more fries?
We can get more fries up until 4:45. Scream Soda is going to be jamming up against Stevie Stitches. Last night, when Team Ontario played Calgary Roller Derby, your most valuable jammer for Team Ontario was V8, and your most valuable blocker was Pyromagniac. And when I gave them their prizes, they were laughing because they are actually wives. Scream Soda trying to get through. Stevie gets through on the outside. Scoring 4. Bell and Punchy helping Scream Soda get through. Stevie letting know. Tells the team points. Gets a couple points. Calls it. Scores 3. Puts them up 134 to 60. 74-point lead now. Just over 2 minutes left. Enough time for 1, possibly 2 jams, depending on the time. Oh, Valkyrie and April up to start in the down position. There we go. April breaks through. Secures lead jam status on the Valkyrie. April quickly will be able to sneak around to the inside. Calls that off. Prevents Valkyrie from scoring any points. Got a score of 64 to 134. Looks like Ontario's calling for an official review. Run, Chev, run. Quick, quick, quick. Chevy doesn't know what they were calling for. She said something about an illegal position. Something. We just wah 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 wah. They'll usually say like this, like, because you have to articulate like, okay, we're asking for this. We're saying on this play, this person was doing this. You can't just say I'm trying to call. You have to explain exactly what it is and why you want it called. So you have to explain why you think it was a penalty. We're ready to start. Miss Kuzi going to be going up against Valkyrie. Both these skaters were members of Team Canada in France in July last year. And Kuzi scores lead jam status. And Nadia's going out of the box. Kuzi spins around, scores 2 points, calls that jam. Betty sitting at 66, Ontario sitting at 134. 68 points separating these two teams. The jam is on. This is now going to be Beef Papa and Scream Soda. Scream trying to get their way through. Runs into Pyromaniac. Oh, looks like there's a cut call on Zweck. Zweck will go to the box and feel shame. Beef Papa still has lead jam. Scream Soda fighting their way through the pack. Comes around. Ops try and knock Beef Papa out. If you can't get Beef Papa, if you can't get through the pack, sometimes playing offense is your only option. Or defense, sorry. What were you saying? What'd you say?
Looks like the lead jammer just took off their helmet cover.
No, Beef Papa was lead jammer.
Oh, never mind.
There we go, and we're at halftime. Score 46 to 66. 80 points separating these two teams. We will see everyone back in 15 minutes. Make sure you check.
Welcome back to the second half of the Redneck Betties versus Team Ontario.
What's the score, Chevy?
66 to 146.
Ooh, how much of a point differential is that? 80. 8-0. Put you on the spot. April Sowers going up against Kilohertz. Oh, looks like there's a directional call on, who is that? 31. That is Halloween Season the Witch. Terralizer comes around, scores 2, calls that jam, but able to prevent. They will prevent. Why is my brain already? Ooh. Prevent the Betties from scoring any points on that jam. Got Scream Soda going up against Stevie Stitches on this one. Jam is on. Both jammers hit the pack at the same time. A reminder that after this game, we do have the Northern Pikes taking on the Natural Born Thrillers at 1 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we got the NF Bombs taking on the Calgary All-Stars. And the closeout Flat Track Fever, we got Glenmore Reservoir Dogs taking on Toronto Men's Roller Derby. And if their first game between the Dogs and the Toronto Men's Roller Derby touch anything, it's going to be a barn burner, and it's going to be close. That previous game ended 183 to 187, I believe. Well, Scream Soda went to pass a star, but was out of bounds, so had to cycle back. Looking to give that to Snap. Snap came in, was able to pass that. There's a little bit of confusion. Halloween thinks they heard their name but wasn't sure. So they are going to the box.
Not their name, their number.
Their number. Wasn't sure if their number was called. Better to clarify. Sometimes better just get off that track. You don't want to take an accidental insubordination call or anything like that by staying on the track too long. Bell skating over there to check out the penalties. See where everyone's sitting. There's no orange or yellow on that box, so no one's in penalty trouble too bad that just yet. It's like Punchy's now gone to the box. Kuzi able to get through. Valkyrie comes through. Runs into Beautiful Bones. Holly knocks out Kuzi, cycles Kuzi all the way back. Even though Holly went out as well, Kuzi just had to make sure they went behind every skater that they had not passed yet, so better to go behind everyone to be safe. Valkyrie getting cycled back by Bones. That's a multiplayer there on Pyromagniac. Looks like we do have a star pass. Beautiful Bones is taking the star for. Valkyrie calls that off before Bones has. And we're back. This will be Beef Papa skating up against April Sowers jamming. Just under 5 minutes in, or just slightly under 5 minutes into this half. Beef Papa gets you first. April hoping for two, only got one. Ontario was able to score four, so it goes 177-71. Albany's lead up to 106 points. Which surprisingly is not insurmountable, because if you were watching the last game, Team Ontario, or the Toronto Men's Roller Derby, was down by 15 at the half and won by over 100 points. Zweck knocked out. Beef Papa tried to hop you on the inside. Bones cycles him back a bit. Code Blue going to the box now. Ooh. That sounded like it hurt. A little bit of road rash. I think you did that skating out in the park at home, didn't you? Or skating to play Dungeons and Dragons. Hit the ground. Lost some skin.
I don't know if that's road rash or if it's scars.
There's a cut penalty on someone who... It's a cut on Kilohertz. That means we're skating for the full two. Scream Soda able to get through. They are now on a power jam. We are skating for the full two. What's better than being on a power jam? Being on a power jam with only two blockers. And they are able to get through. Holly and Zweck trying to do their best. Scream Soda calling for some offense. Pulls a little whip off a snap. Able to score that full four. Team Ontario is opting to call a timeout now. They'd scored 2 or 3 on that jam. 11 total, so puts the Betties up to 91 points. Stevie Stitches going to be your jammer. Punchy jamming for the first time today for the Betties. Punchy trying to fight their way through. There's a multiplayer going to, that would be Hayton McRath. Stevie calls it off, but not before Punchy could score 3 points. And they were able to get 2 themselves, so it is a point difference. A negative 1 point differential. This will be Snap now going against Valkyrie. Snap able to get through on the inside. On Cold Blue and Pyromaniac. And they call that off. We're able to get the full 4, and Valkyrie only got 2, so that is another good differential there for the Betties. This is going to be Beef Papa and April Sowers again, a matchup we've seen before. Well, there's a little bit of confusion there. Beef Papa thought they might have been getting a penalty, but it was cleared. Beef Papa spins around. Got 2 points before that jam. They call 3 before they call that jam. Little discussion with the ref there, figuring out what exactly happened. And looks like the Betties are going to call a timeout. Oh, sorry, Team out Toronto. Ontario, sorry, not. Okay, so it is a timeout for the Betties. Throwing people off because Vic is talking to Team Ontario. Way to confuse everything, Vic. Walk over, call the timeout, and then start talking to the other team. No one knows what's going on. And we're back. Kilohertz going to be jamming against Scream Soda. Kilohertz knocked out by Bell and cycled back almost to the pivot line there. Cold Blue bridging. Getting some direction from the dictator there in the corner, helping out the bench. Telling them to call that jam. Puts Ontario at 199 and the Redneck Betties at 98. How many points are separating these teams, Chevy?
99?
Guess again.
Oh, 101.
That is correct. 101 points separating these teams. April Sowers and Stevie Stitches. We've seen this matchup before, not that often though. April comes through. Hits that wall of Team Ontario. That's a multiplayer there on white 7. That would be red-headed for trouble. Going to take a seat in the WFTDI penalty box. Oh, and right at the end there, looks like that would be 2-7 white. Saul Good took a penalty right at the end there. Snap. The jam is on. This is now Valkyrie again. Going against Snap. Snap trying to chase Valkyrie down. It's a high block there on Cold Blue. That was a high block on Cold Blue. There's a directional now on red-headed for trouble. Lots of penalties in here in the game. There's a penalty on Snap. I think that might have been a back block. I'll know for sure in a minute. And now Punchy's heading to the box. Whole lot of penalties this jam. Valkyrie coming through. Still holds that lead jam status. Snap pushing on that pack. Red-headed for trouble, Cold Blue, and that will be 2-7 is
Saul Good.
Saul Good. Solid line there by them. Oh, Scream Soda. I do believe that is the same side that happened on that earlier jump.
That is.
They teach you when you fall to pick a cheek. Sometimes it's good to alternate that cheek.
Not really. One side sore is better than both sides.
Good to know. Good to know. When I fell, I didn't pick a cheek. I just picked a shoulder and dislocated it.
And then you crawled off the track before they could call it off.
I crawled off the track like a fool. Even worse, I thought about getting up. I'm like, nope. Nope.
If you think the mocking and yelling at for you crawling off the track was bad, imagine what it would have been like if you got up.
Imagine if I got up and fell again. Because I would have fell on again. Just a touch up. Beef Papa now. And this is Bazinga jamming again. This is Bazinga's first jam of this half. They did jam early in the game. There's a forearm on Beef Papa, that's going to give Bazinga the power jam. Getting direction from the bench. Take your time. The pack starts to move a little bit faster. Bazinga able to get through. Where's my meds?
Sure. I'll make sure to pass on.
Who we got now? Bazinga calls off that jam. Was able to put up 2 more, total of 6. 124 to 219. April Sowers, dodges that hit by Holly Ween. Zweck caught April but stepped out just a bit as well, so April did not have to cycle back. Excellent track awareness. Dodges Holly Ween again. Beef Papa gets through. Now able to score points. April calls off that jam. Was able to score another 3. Puts them up 131 to 219. Bell now jamming again. This time is going to be against Kilohertz. Chased down by Snap, but able to stay in bounds and get that lead jam status. Kilohertz gets through, scores 4, and calls that jam. We got Bazinga now jamming again, this time against Stevie Stitches. And Bazinga scores lead jam status. Punchy, Intimidator, and Panic, solid wall there. Making that ability for Bazinga to secure lead jam status. Gets through, 4 points there for Ontario. Bazinga opts to call that jam off. They did score 4. They just got cycled back, so. Just under 10 minutes left. Hopefully those teams are thinking about their most valuable blocker, most valuable jammers. Jam started. This is Kilohertz again. This time they're jamming against April Sowers. Put a line through anyone's name who's not playing in this game. Put a line through anyone's name who's not playing in the game. Like Dictator. And just match them up. There we go. April's through. Kilohertz does have lead jam status. Leans and calls that up. They didn't get far enough past that they did not. Ariel scored 2 points. We're going 135 to 229. Beef Papa now. Jamming. This is going to be against Bones. This is Bones' first time starting as a jammer. They did take the star earlier and were able to score some points. Beef Papa spinning around, just has to get past Punchy. Punchy, some solid D. Punchy and Snap with some excellent work holding them back. Bones had lead jazz status, is now sitting in the box. What does that mean, Chevy?
Power jam.
What else does it mean?
2-minute jam.
Full 2 minutes. A skater's favorite thing to hear. Their numbers right here. And Beef Papa skating around. Knows they have to skate the full 2. So got just under a minute left. Just under 7 left in the game. Beef Papa able to put up another 4. Puts them at 12 for this jam. Puts them back over the century mark. Dictator in the corner giving Papa some directions. Let him know, keep skating, keep skating. Beef Papa takes a forearm call right at the end of there. And most likely not going to be able to get to that box before that penalty starts. So Beef Papa will be starting this jam in the box. And then do it for the other team as well. Nerdy Birdie's not skating. There should be total, so count the ones you haven't scratched out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're missing one. You have 15 skating, so you should have 15 names not scratched out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so who's missing? Writer's block's there, Valkyrie's there. Beef Papa is there, Kilohertz is there, right? 1070 Pyromaniac. Stays Trooper on there. 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh. No, you scratched it out. There we go. Got a Team Ontario timeout, I think. Nope. Redneck Betties timeout. April Sowers will be the jammer for the Betties. We've got Beef Papa starting this one in the box. Terralizer coming in to help out. April. Oh, almost able to get past. Bell stands up. A little high five after that hit. Daisy Ripper like, good one. Punchy comes through. Catches Papa. Both jammers pushing on that pack. And Beef Papa, after 1 minute, secures lead jam status. Hard fought lead jam. Bench calling for Papa to call that jam, and they do. Kilohertz now jamming against Scream Soda. And Kilohertz gets lead jam status. Excellent awareness there by Scream Soda. Realizing though, even though you got knocked out, they still able to get the status. Sweet apex jump there on that corner. They will get past, score a quick 4 points. Kilohertz, sorry, has lead jam. Scream Soda gets through on the inside, scores another 4. Killa calls off that jam before Scream Soda can score any more points. Jam is on. It's Valkyrie now against Bell. Bell quickly through that pack, just kind of powers their way through. Valkyrie runs into Rip, Terralizer, and Bones, and manages to get through. Bell looks to see where Valkyrie is and calls off that jam, was able to score 2 points. Looks like Ontario's going to be, Ontario's going to be looking for a official review. Chevy's going to lean in there and try and find out what it's for. Just slightly over 100 points separating these two teams. A minute and a half left. Enough time for 1, maybe 2 jams, depending on what happens and what gets called.
They are looking for a forearm call on the last jam's black jammer.
So they're looking for a forearm call on Bell. Oh, the black jammer would be Belle. Belle Close Blonde. Now just about a minute 42 left. Well, exactly a minute 42 left. A reminder that after this game, we have the Northern Pikes taking on the Natural Born Thrillers. And then at 3 o'clock, we got the NF Bombs taking on Calgary All-Stars. And to close out Flat Track Fever 2024, we have the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs taking on Toronto Men's Roller Derby. The last game they had on day one at 11 a.m. was a barn burner. It ended at 183 to 187. And, Phil will be joining Doug Drillmore in the announce booth for the game coming up between the Pikes and the Thrillers, at least for the first half. Oh! Sweet move there on the inside line by Stevie. Just dodges Punchy. Calls off that jam. Oh, and now the Betties are calling for an official review. Chevy says they know what it's on. We'll find out. What was it for? Team Black's looking for a call. That's what I'm looking for?
They are looking for a cut call on the white jammer.
Should we? So the Betties are looking for a cut call on the white jammer from that last penalty. Last jam. Whether they win it or not, they also get to use this as a timeout. And they win that call, so looks like I can't remember who the jammer was that last jam. Stevie Stitches will be starting this jam in the box. Scream Soda will be your jammer for the Betties. Oh, that's Bones. Sorry, I thought. What is Scream Soda? Bones is number 7. That's right. Scream Soda gets through. Oh, it's because Scream Soda's jersey says Bash and Bones. That's why. because there's also a beautiful Bones, who's number 7. Oh, look at that! Scream Soda racking up the points now. Puts him at 8. Stevie almost took a cut call again. Another 4 points. 12 points is one of the Betty's first best jams. Gets through, calls that jam off. Oh, they took a forearm, so they were not able to pull off that jam. They tried. I put Stevie on a power jam. We're skating for the full 2 minutes, but there are only 6 seconds left. So Stevie is assessed a cut penalty at the end there as well. And your unofficial score is 260 for Team Ontario, 165 for the Redneck Betties. Everyone get in here for the high fives.